What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to LATV. I am your host, Lawrence Allen. Now, today we're going to talk a little bit about homesteading. I wanted to be a little bit more specific. I like being near the city, but I am still kind of just a somewhat of a country bumpkin per se. But yeah, I do want to be out where I got some distance from my neighbors, that I'm not living with my house on top of somebody. I can look out of my bedroom window upstairs and see into my neighbor's backyard. That is just so annoying. I like, me and my wife, we drive and look through neighborhoods and we can see, all these houses, and they look nice and they have their privacy fences up. And I point out to my wife, I'm like, look, if you look at that house, you can see that looking out of their window, I'm pretty sure that they can see into their neighbor's backyard. And me, I like my privacy and things of that nature, especially, I don't want to disturb my neighbors, because I like to have people over my house and doing things, having functions. I grew up like that. My family, they were always having some type of function, something at the house, barbecuing and things of that nature. So I definitely want to have that space. And there are neighborhoods where you can have that space. But also, when it comes to homesteading, there is, not everybody wants to hear your chickens and your roosters crowing in the morning. That right there, I don't think that'll work out with you and Tom next door. They might have something to say about that. But what is homesteading? Homesteading is pretty much just a lifestyle of self-sufficiency. And when I say lifestyle, that you come out and if you don't have an outside job that is providing for you, then your homestead is pretty much your income. It's it's like how farms are, but farms get more into I feel like more into some kind of industrial production, feeding communities and all that other stuff, where a homestead, you can really feed just you and your family. You can grow your own food, or you can even sell some products. And these products can range from, anything that's like homemade. You can make homemade butter. You can sell different candles and stuff, or you can sew or something. Just pretty much just anything that you are doing that is pretty much made with love. That is sustainable. And also just the reliance on the city, for water and power. For some homesteads, most homesteads, they have well water and things of that nature, and some are reliant on power, but I think most would either keep it that way, or others would actually later on down the road, when they have the time and the money, then they would go ahead and go solar for their homes and their homesteads. Me, I definitely want to go solar if it is affordable, and because most homesteaders are ones that are DIY. They're DIY people. They like to do it themselves, and that's self-sufficiency. And there's other people that they need that extra help just because they don't have that knowledge or that experience to work on this themselves. And it's very possible that you can get hurt. It's messing around with solar power is pretty difficult. I mean, I work for a solar company, and there's some things that you still have to be mindful of when you're messing with that electricity, because when that sunlight hits that solar panel, it's live. It's already got power coming to it, so you definitely need to be careful, because wires and things like that. I've heard a story where this is just a side bit, that these guys, they took the wires and they cut them open, and they were able to like so much power was coming from it, like they were kind of welding with it, and that can cause burns and things of that nature. But so it's just about being careful. But if you know what you're doing, then definitely go for it. And so I'm a DIYer, and that's the reason why I want to homestead. I have experience with concrete. I have experience with framing and forming. So, I definitely want to be in that process of building my own home, and that's actually just been a dream of mine to build my own house and have my house passed down from generation to generation, and not really have much of a loan on it, just because I've built it and I've paid for all of my materials, and I don't need to go through somebody to get a loan now. If there's some like small loans to because some people use those. Some people use small loans to, add a little bit of the funding, and later on, they take mortgages out and things of that nature, and then your insurance and stuff. So the money is involved. Don't act. I mean, you do have to realize that there is some money involved when it comes to building, or you can just go tiny. You can build yourself a little small home. That's starting to trend now. That was even something that I was thinking about with my wife. If I'm like, okay, well, maybe we can go and get a tiny house, but she needs space, and I definitely need space for what it is that we're doing. But yeah, you can have production for your homestead. You can sell chickens. You can sell eggs if you have chickens. That's pretty much what I wanted to do. I want to have a good amount of chickens, and that's going to be our food supply. The same with eggs. And if I know that we'll have way too many eggs, so we can go down to the farmer's market and sell some eggs. We'll sell eggs to our neighbors, and that's a good thing. Is I do want to have neighbors. Most people think that when you have a homestead that you have all these acres. You can have a short amount of acres. You can have 30 acres, or you can get down to maybe like 1 acre if you are in a zone where like having those things, like having some farm animals on the property are allowed, because the HOAs. I feel like HOAs are, that's another thing. I do believe it. Like, leave a comment for all you homesteaders if HOA is the main reason why you just said, okay, yeah, we're gone. See you later. Just because HOAs have so many different rules. Like, you go into a neighborhood and you have to have this same color fence, and you have to get approval to paint your door. That was a story that my wife told me. She said that a friend of hers had gotten her door painted and it wasn't approved, and so she had to get the door painted back and then get the approval, and then she could paint the door. Oh man, look, nah, that's for the birds. It's my house. I'm painting it whatever color I want to. I'll paint it polka dot if I wanted it to be polka dot. But yeah, and it's just because of their style, or I don't even know. I have no idea why HOAs are even a thing. But yeah, like that is like it's crazy. But yeah, homesteading, you can have it at whatever size you want to. I think for me, the minimum that I would like to have is 5 acres. And the reason why I say 5 acres is because I do have a lot in mind for what I want to do for my property. I want to, just have all of those things that I can enjoy, like, having a big backyard and getting area for a pool, and my garden for sustaining, and a little playground area for my future kids and having so many different things that are available to us, because I do believe that home is like the best place to be. Now, with us being at home and we're staying at home, then we'll be able to pocket some money and we'll be out traveling, because y'all know I like to travel, love going places, love taking my wife places. There's so many places in the states that we can go to. There's even places outside of the states that we can go to that we still have not yet seen, and so that is on our list, and we're going to tackle it. But at the same time, I do want to be able to come home and not have to worry about going to a grocery store and not having to fight traffic, just to go get some milk because we don't have any milk. And hopefully our neighbors will have milk, because I really don't want a cow. Like, my wife wants a cow, but no, no cow. I really don't. I don't want a cow. But it would be nice. It would be nice to have a cow. You might drive past a homestead that is out in the country and not even know it. Just because it's just like, if for anybody who lives in the city, for one, I'm not knocking you, if you want to, but I just know for me, like, I like being out on countryside. But for those of you who have not seen some homesteads, like, I think there are some people that give tours and whatnot on the places that you can come and see, like, what they do, and what their day-to-day life is. Might be early mornings and late nights, or it might be just something that is very simple to them. It just varies. It definitely does. And for me, I have also just the idea of that my wife will be at home and that she won't have to work. Like, she works right now, but overall I want to get to that point where she does not have to work. I can be working and leave, or I can actually just do everything on my homestead, and it brings enough income for us to either pay bills if we have any, and or just be completely off grid, because those people that are off grid, they really don't need that much as far as bill wise, so they don't need that much income, but they have income. And there are other people that they're not completely off grid. And for those of you who don't know what off grid is, it's like you don't need anything from other companies. You don't need water, you don't need electricity, you don't need food. Like, you off the map. Nobody knows who you are, where you are, because the people like those, they I know I follow a couple of YouTubers that are completely off grid, and some of them are even off grid as far as like location. Like, they're in the desert, and I'm like, how are you living in the desert? Like, how do you grow your food and things like that? But they're making it, and it's awesome to me. It really is, especially the process of how they come to be. Like, for all these DIYers that build with their hands, and just, you'd be surprised. Like, I've seen such massive houses, from barn dominiums to just regular, like, homes that you see. And some of these guys, they just do it by themselves, or they get a couple of friends to help them out, and I applaud you guys for doing that, because it is so inspirational to me. And I definitely want to do it for myself and for my home, because it would be also just like, it's just so fulfilling to see, like, okay, this is what I built with my own hands. Like, everything in here, I put the blood, sweat, and tears, and there was hot days, there was cold days, and some people would want to quit, and they definitely wanted to. That you can, just because they said it. And I know that that would be a challenge for me and something to overcome, but that's something that I want to do, so that my wife can, bring all of my babies into there, and we'll be able to bring out those generations. And again, with her not working, and for and that's because we follow a traditional marriage. And like it's it's the amount of love that I have for her, that I don't want her to be doing any hard labor, or any, or like any type of work. I'd rather her work at home. I'd rather her, do the work of homemaking, because I know that to her that is self fulfilling. For her to sew. She talks to me about sewing and baking and things of that nature. And I urge you, fellas, listen to your woman. Like, listen to the things that she likes to do, and you work to make those things happen for her. And there's gonna be some things where she'll probably find out that, that's really not for me. But just allow her to do that, because if she finds joy in it, then that will be beneficial to you somehow. My wife want to sew, then she could sew me some shirts and pants and all types of stuff. I don't have to go and buy none no more. All I have to do is just buy the fabric, and she can make it. That sounds like a win for me. You know what I mean? So it's just like, think about what your wife wants to do, and what your lady wants to do, and if she wants to do it, and think about how that'll benefit you, and then you can get behind it and support that all the way. Yes, go ahead, baby. You want to sew it? Just go ahead. Um, and just so that, like, she can enjoy life. If she's at home and she doesn't have to punch a clock, then that takes a load off of her. It takes a big load off of her. Then she's not stressed, and that will give her more time to just help you recharge, so that you can get back out into the world and do everything to provide and protect and things of that nature. So that's the reason why I want to get behind it, is because I have plans. And like, I've been planning this for quite some time. It was something that I wanted to do, like a little bit before me and my wife got married. It was on my mind to start homesteading. I came about it by when I started to see, like, pretty much how the housing market was back in it was like maybe like 2018, that I started to see just like how the housing market was, and also just the way that they were building houses. I thought that it wasn't very well put together. These houses were expensive, and it just didn't seem like the material was that, it didn't look best quality. And so me, I like things that are good quality. And so that was what kind of first piqued my interest. And I also started to look at different houses and things of that nature. Being a military kid, moving around, that was what me and my family did. My mom and dad took me when they went to go house shopping, and I've seen just so many different beautiful houses, and they've taken me along in that process. We would go to the real estate office, hop in the realtor's car, go ride around, look at this house, and the first thing that I did, I go in my room, what I claim to be my room. I said, yeah, this is my room right here. This is my room. This is the biggest room, and then that's my sister's room, and that's this. So I was like, yeah, I got the biggest room. And then we'll go to another house, and I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be my room. And then there go my bathroom right here, and oh yeah, I like this house. But there were some that we didn't get, and some that we, I'm like, man, why we didn't get that one? I like that house. So I've been around new construction for just a long time, and it's always piqued my interest. Especially, it's with me working in construction. I love new things, and I like quality things too. So that is what got me started, and then what pushed me further to the homesteading was my wife. Like she likes she's a plant mom. She loves gardening. She loves to grow things. And me, I didn't have much of a green thumb until I met her, and then I started to grow things. I the first thing I really grew was a cantaloupe, and I had the sprouts, and I was I was so shocked. I was so surprised. I started to take pictures of them every day. I watered them every day. I looked at it and I'm like, oh man, my cantaloupe is growing so big. But I didn't have anything that for them to live, and so yes, they died. Poor plants. I'm sorry, but I do want to grow more things, and so that pushed me even further to say that, okay, yeah, this is something that I want to continuously do. I want my garden to have cantaloupe, watermelon, you name it, I got it. that that is the end goal, and to just have just like so many kids, and even fostering, if that is an option, then bring them all in, and we just have this wonderful paradise and stuff. And hopefully I talked y'all up to wanting to get that yourself, because it is it's amazing. It's amazing to me, because I look at people's journeys, and as soon as I get started on doing it, I'm definitely gonna take y'all on that journey with me, because there's gonna be days where I'm just like, okay, I'm tired, y'all. I need y'all to push me. I need you to push me and tell me to stay in the fight. And then there's days where I'm just like, oh yeah, it was a breeze. Like the concrete. I know that the concrete breeze. You know, I've even taken my wife on some of those concrete journeys, and she's just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how you do it in this hot sun and pour this. But I'm not gonna I'm not gonna have her laboring and dying in the hot sun. Um, but yeah, she can definitely get that gardening started for me, and I have her little area of relaxation in her garden. She can sit in a chair and watch her plants grow and things of that nature. So it's a team building exercise, especially if you have big family. Besides, you can get your kids involved and things like that. You're just living. It's so much better. You get clean air. All the nature around you, all the plants around you, and we love that. We love camping. I love camping, and I love going up on the mountain and things of that nature, seeing springs and things. So being in that type of environment is great for me. And visiting the city, I love visiting in the city as well. But living is, that's that would be second to the country living that I have. That's really all that I have on homesteading. I don't know if I missed anything, but if you guys have any questions on it, then just leave a comment on whatever questions you have. I'll be able to answer them, because I do know a lot more. I watch different videos. I wish I could give you some plugs today, but if I could, I'll probably put a plug in the description below of any homestead videos or something like that. But just Google them, and I mean, not Google them, but look them up on YouTube, and you'll be able to see who has some good homesteading videos. Red, I could tell you one. Red, I think it's Red Poppy Ranch. I love that man's story, and the it might be the way that he tells it or something, but just his story in general. I mean, the first time that I watched it, it literally brought tears to my eyes because that right there was and I remember watching that video back in I think it was 2019 or something like that. But just because he's been doing this for a while, and just watching his video, it was it was very inspirational. That pushed me over the edge because like me, I had a tear coming from my eye, and I'm just like, man, this dude. I was like, he just did it. He put himself, he put everything on the line, and but yeah, that's it's awesome. That's all that I have for today. Y'all smash that like button, subscribe, share, all those things. Hit the notification bell so that way you know what's coming up on LATV. May the Lord bless you, keep you, make his face shine upon you, and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. All right, y'all.